right, we are here at. Actually, this is kind of like the first period of the day. I have a junior here with me. His name is Imani Cole. Introduce yourself, Imani Cole.
What's up, everyone? My name is Imani Cole. I'm a junior here at Oakhaven High School.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Nice. So you are extremely talented. We knew that off the gate. You started here at Oakhaven. I know that's the first time we came across each other, but can you tell us a little bit about just like your earliest noticings about music, or what you noticed about music coming up, or did you play an instrument before high school? Just give us a little bit of like some of the origins of learning music or coming across music.
So when it came to my origins, when I was a kid, I used to watch a show called Little Einsteins. They used to play a lot of classical pieces from like earlier centuries, like 1800s, 1700s. My favorite piece would be the 1812 Overture, which is about 15 minutes long. And you'll recognize some pretty recognizable pieces along those. They are usually played in cartoons. But as I got older, I'll probably say sixth grade, I was about 11 or 12, just got my first phone and everything. I downloaded the app called Drumpad 24. I saw other music producers, and they kind of got me into it. So I started kind of remixing their beats, but I was doing finger tap drumming. So it's like you have a finger pad, you have 12 different pads, and there's a A side and a B side that has different melodies, different beats, different 808s, everything. And that's what first got me into music production. Fast forward to, I'd probably say 2021, about 2022, 2021, eighth grade year. I was put in a music class, a band class. My first instrument that I've ever learned was the trombone, and I've stuck with it ever since. But fast forward to 2023 or 4, I started getting familiar with the snare drum. But of course, my main instrument will always be trombone, still my favorite, love it. And being in the band from 2022, late 2022, all the way up to early 2025, which is now, it's been a very enjoyable experience. But it's also something that contributed to my music production journey. Because once I got my iPhone in 2023, that's when I downloaded the app called BandLab, and I saw you was able to add different samples, different 808s. It kind of sounded like FL Studio, but just in your pocket on a lower budget.
That's dope. See, you gave me a lot. See, one thing I did say on the front end that I heard you say is that the origins to music came from like cartoons, and that's something that is always that's nothing new. When I was younger, there would be cartoons that would come out like with Bugs Bunny and Merry Melodies and stuff like that. And we were introduced to a lot of classical music by way of those Looney Tunes, you know what I'm saying? Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny and Yosemite Sam and all of those characters. All of that music that they were using in the backdrop of those cartoons was classical music. We didn't even know it. So when I got to college and was having to study for all of this type of music, I was hearing all the things, Barbara of DeVille and all of these type of songs that, man, I didn't know that those were actually real classical tunes. I also picked up that you said coming up through your first instrument was a trombone in middle school and you stuck with it. Can you talk a little bit more about like kind of the importance of being able to kind of stick with certain things and trying to reap the benefits of things when you try to stick through with something? Can you talk a little more about that?
I'll probably say one of the best things when it comes to sticking through with either one or two instruments is that you're learning new things. Even though you've already learned some things about it, it can still progress towards other future skills such as communication, perseverance, and if you're an athlete, it can help with breathing because I do track and field now, so it helps quite a lot.
Right. The transfer, and this is something that I said in an earlier interview with another kid, is that a lot of times with band, a lot of kids think that, if I'm not going to continue with band, there's no reason of me starting with it, which is quite untrue because if you are learning instruments in band, you are learning how to have tenacity, you're learning how to have discipline, you're learning how to stick through with things even when they get tough. And those type of skills, if you can master that, just inside of the band room, you can take that same skill and apply it anywhere. So I would argue also, band, it is very important. I heard you say something about track, man. We know that you are a track star here at the band, man. So talk to us a little bit about how you're able to balance all of the things that you're in, yet still try to demand excellence from yourself in all of those facets. How's that going?
Honestly, set expectations for yourself, but also expect yourself to pass those expectations that you've already set for yourself. Because a lot of people will have expectations that you don't expect yourself to follow from them. So you should set those for yourself instead.
So when you make the goal something personal, you tend to strive harder to make it work if you make it something personal. If you feel like somebody is living vicariously through you, or they're trying to make you accomplish goals that they want for themselves as opposed to what they think is advantageous for you, it's harder to accomplish those goals sometimes. But if you can adopt the goal and make it for something that you want to see done for yourself, then I believe what you just said, man, the goal will get accomplished. You take it a lot more serious, man. That is very true. Man, once again, man, this has been great. This is one of my better kids right here. He's a junior. I really look forward to seeing how he progresses into his senior year. Look out for him. He's an amazing student. This is Imani Cole, my junior trombone leader right here, section leader. So look out for him, man. Good seeing you. Good seeing you. Good talking with you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. John.